You're now listening to the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast.
Garage fam, we've made it Sunday night. We're recording this right now, live Sunday night. You're listening to this, it's Monday morning. Week 15, semi-final fantasy football Sunday is over. Chef Boy is in the game room. Chase Boy in the same room he always is in. And you are listening to Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast. We're brought to you by Drip Drop. You got your Drip Drop?
Do you think people are starting to catch on? Like, this is sometimes where I'm at for the holidays.
Yeah,
it's always holidays, right?
That's definitely a parent's house. That is somebody that has another person that lives there. Because I don't think I would ever, like, I've been to your house. There's no way that Chef Girl would let you hang stuff like that on the roof. Impossible.
Dude, you wouldn't believe, like, you can only see a very small portion of this game room, but it's pretty impressive. There's a lot of different things in here.
There are episodes out there where he has shown the game room.
I don't remember that.
Spider-Man. Well, see, because every time you're there, like anytime you go, like it's the holidays, obviously. And I don't know about you, but anytime like I go to like a family's like house for the holidays, like today I had a Christmas party, you get sucked into this black hole. And it's like you don't really know where you are or
you don't
why
remember
you're
anything
there.
about it.
No, like today, literally all I can remember is like I opened up a present with Dirty Santa. I kept my AirPod in and Red Zone on my phone. And I said, hey, hi, I ate food. I acted like a competent human being, and nobody knew that I was watching football the entire time. It was incredible.
Nice. That sounds like a successful trip though for you. You did something right if you were able to watch Red Zone. So
yeah,
I know for me, I was here for like a whole month during the very beginning of the pandemic. And we were just talking about the fact, like, I don't remember what we did that whole month. I just don't remember. Like, I was working a lot and I was doing the show, and I don't really remember like what our day-to-day life like. It was the same thing. I think we were just watching Netflix at night, honestly.
I don't think you're alone in that. I think that's probably the majority of people in this entire year, because like this year, like I guarantee you there's millions of people that are in our age bracket that probably went back to stay with their parents, like just had to do all kinds of things differently. I know for one thing, it's like I woke up today and I was like, oh, it's almost the end of the year. I was like, I remember January. Where'd you go? This is the fastest year of my life.
Just like that. I still like when one of the times I look back at and can kind of circle as like a moment in time during the pandemic is when we came back to NASCAR season. Like that's like when we came back, we were the first sport back with NASCAR. And it was also UFC season too, I think.
That's when the year started for me, because I was like, because when we weren't doing this and we were just talking about TV shows and stuff, I need to go back and listen to those episodes, because that was before we did video. That was when we were just strictly audio. And
Are you sure?
we had to,
I thought we did Westworld with video.
We may have done one on video, but I definitely remember the first video that we ever did. The first video podcast was before Darlington, whenever we came back. Okay. And we talked about these two football players. Can't remember their names, but supposedly they got into like some kind of altercation at a cookout.
I remember
and got arrested. That was like the first one we ever did on video.
Yeah.
And now we're here. Yeah.
And then we also did like the Rotoballer preview video. And I remember I was at my old apartment. Remember my one that had like the nice view off the side?
Yeah. The sliding door with the hammock. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had that. Yeah. I remember that. Good times for sure. But the one thing that hasn't changed is we're still drinking Drip Drop. I got me a bag right here. I'm going to tell you something. Okay. This is a variety pack of the hot flavors. I put some of this apple cider. I've been on this apple cider, bro. Like, this is like, I feel like an old man during Christmas season. Like, I'll go heat me up like a cup of hot water, pour some of the apple cider in it, and just like go to town. So what I've experienced in this whole thing is that I think everybody needs to try apple cider at some point in their life. So it is the holiday season. It's Christmas. It's cold. I'm going to give away the entire bag of the hot apple cider Drip Drop that I have. And this is me officially coming to say it, because I told you guys on an episode a while back that I was going to give away Drip Drop. Well, now it's here. You're hearing this first. The tweet will drop tomorrow or today. You're going to be the first ones to hear it. But if you tweet at me and you say at Garage Guy Chase, hashtag Apple Cider Season, SZN, Apple Cider Season, just my tag, hashtag Apple Cider Season, you're entered for a chance to win. I will draw names on the 24th. So you only have a couple of days. So I'm giving this bad boy away. On Christmas Day, I will tweet out, Apple Cider Season's coming to you. So I'm
working on Susanna for a new promo for us. I know you're excited about that.
I'm very excited about that. I hope we get to roll that out before the NFL season ends. A little hint, because we're not going to give you all the full details.
It's going to run into NASCAR too. I thought about it. It could basically be used for all sports. So we're going to use it.
It could. It's going to be fun. Drip Drop is the official hydration of Garage Guys Fantasy Sports. Get over to dripdrop.com today. Use promo code GarageGuys20. Get you some. What did we say? Live fast, drip hard. Rip it and drip it. Live fast, drip hard. Rip it and drip it. I put my hand up on your drip. When I drip, you drip, we drip. I like that one too. There's millions of them.
My favorites are rip it and drip it, and the last one you said, when you drip, we drip. That one. Yeah.
When I drip, you drip, we drip.
I think we said that a lot when we were in Charlotte.
Yeah. Back on road. That was good times. Good road race times. All right. Well, we got to talk about this week. There's a couple of games that stood out. Before we can talk about that, though, Chef Bets, 89-47. 89-47 is the record. Chef says he'll never do that again in his life. I beg to differ. The energy is real, and it's here, and it's being harnessed, and we're pushing it at you. All the Garage fam, everyone using your picks, Chef Squad, if you want to call it that. We'll get you your own squad, bro. Chef Squad. They get together. We push it towards you, all the good energy, and then the numbers just keep increasing. Losing season comes to a halt.
Yeah, it's been unreal. I don't even know what else to say. I think it's 7-2 this week, and we have one pending. I think I talked to you about this before. We need the Steelers. The Steelers need to win by 6 tomorrow, and we'll be 8-2. So that'll be a nice round number of 90, right? Is that right?
90-47 if the Steelers win tomorrow. Incredible. Incredible.
Yeah, that's wild.
Vegas is crying. Okay, Vegas hates you.
I know. I've had a few DMs that are like finally just starting to be more of the variety of some kind of variety of what you're doing is unreal. I'm starting to get a few of those. So that's nice to hear that people. I think we've earned some lifelong people through this whole process, which is great. Absolutely,
dude. I mean, and we thought that just having our lifelongers for NASCAR, shout out to all those guys that follow our NASCAR content. Now for football through your Chef Bets it's incredible, man. So keep that going. We're going to have to hire you some security. Please send donations to our PayPal so that we can fund security team to stay around Drew so that the Vegas mob doesn't come after him. Okay. We have to keep Chef Boy safe.
I got my Dunder Mifflin shirt on, by the way, to make sure I'm safe.
There you go. Prison Mike. He's going to be born inside of Drew, of Chef Boy. Prison Chef.
Oh, man. I love the games, though, today. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I want to start it off on Saturday. I don't really want to talk too much Packers, Panthers, unless you do. It was kind of a sad story in that situation. A lot of people were hoping that Adams and the whole passing game just kind of took a little bit of a downward trend in that one. But the story of Saturday was the Buffalo Bills winning a division title for the first time since 1995. The Patriots have just been in high reign ever since then, since today's your boy Bledsoe and the squad and the Parcells days. It's finally over. And Bills Mafia, I would just love to be in Buffalo right now. We don't get to see any footage of this. I guess everybody's doing a great job complying with the virus. But if there was no coronavirus, let's think about this for a second. No coronavirus ever happened this year. What are Bills Mafia doing on Saturday? What would have happened to that town?
We would have had definitely some deaths by now, to the point that they would have to have some restrictions on. They probably would have restricted what Bills Mafia can do by now, because people would have died.
Right.
That's my guess.
I totally believe that, because I think back to when Philadelphia won the Super Bowl, people were eating turds off the street, like dog shit. So if that's like Philly, I mean, Philly fans are degenerates as it is. Like nobody gives a big shit about those guys because they're just wild and crazy. No offense if you're a Philly fan, but you guys are fucking nuts. Bills Mafia, though, they're nuts, but they're like a classy nuts. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to eat turds off the ground. They'll just throw them at your face if you're not a Bills fan. Yeah. So more along those lines. I mean,
there'd be a lot of tables broken, the whole 9 yards.
Every table appliance store in the entire town of Buffalo sold out of tables, and they're just all broken across the streets.
Yeah.
It's just great.
You got to be feeling good too, because like the thing is, Chase, too. Even if you have, let's say they take a step back in 2 years, with Josh Allen, you just know that you're going to bounce. Like you got your franchise guy. It's such a comforting feeling knowing that you're going to be winning for the foreseeable future, and even if you have a down season, you're going to bounce back. It's kind of like
Absolutely.
You have Aaron Rodgers, and you're not winning the Super Bowls that you want to win. Like Aaron Rodgers should have more than one Super Bowl. But
thanks, Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, thanks, Mike McCarthy, and now maybe Beat It LaFleur will finally get it done. But
yeah,
hopefully same type feeling with Josh Allen, right? Like I think that's where he's headed, is just being a household name. So
yeah, but he's so young too, and that's what's even more impressive is his age, and he'll definitely they're going to run that division for the foreseeable future. Miami's sneaking though. Miami's sneaky. Like the AFC East is they're going to probably have a new quarterback for the Jets. We're going to talk about Jets.
Oh yeah.
But that whole division
stout. Yeah.
Except for the Patriots right now. Things may be different next season.
And as long as Bill's there, they could get a new QB, and then they're in the mix.
Yeah. Get their whole defense back, change the program, get back to basics. It's been an off year for them. They didn't make the playoffs, which is good.
I kind of expected it. So,
is it tough? You were ready.
I was ready for it. I sold them. I was selling them as I hated doing it. I'm a huge fan, but I'm pretty sure, Chase, when we talked about like preseason win totals and stuff like that, I was on an under guy for the Patriots. I just didn't believe in the talent around Brady last year. So why would I think they'd be better this year with Cam Newton?
Absolutely. Yeah. And dude, just today with what happened to them, I mean, the Miami defense, the Miami offense, this guy, Salvin Ahmed.
Oh, I'm a huge fan. Don't even get me started.
Well, we're going to talk all about him. New segment that we're going to have before we end the show. We'll definitely talk about him. But just getting back to the Bills, just congratulations, Bills Mafia. If you were Bills Mafia and you listen to this show, we love you. We've been rooting for you this whole time. I personally have, because in the GGFS Pro League, I have Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. So that was like the best draft. Like, I haven't really worked the waiver wire much at all this season. Like, I had a really good draft this year. And for Josh Allen to get 40 points on DK, Stephon to be right around the 20 area, like, dude, that was just the ultimate matchup. Singletary got to break him off a garbage time run. Wish it could have been Zach Moss, but, hey, he got to
and Beasley scored well, too. The whole offense scored well.
Yeah. I mean, Denver, the commentators that were on the game were talking about how they just Josh made them pay, because they could have had Josh Allen. Denver, John Elway could have picked him up. So he's just like, screw you guys. We're going home with a title. Watch this. Let me show you what I got. So, yeah, just total domination coming for them for the foreseeable future. And I hope to see them get a Super Bowl, because when you go that many years in a row in the 90s and you don't get over that hump, that's gut-wrenching to me. I know what that feels like in the NFC Championship, so I feel it kind of.
They should be able to get at least contend, but they got Pat Mahomes, so kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, we felt that wrath today. The Saints. I didn't. I always try to keep my head like on straight when it comes to the Saints, and today it wasn't, because like I thought they could do it. I bet the money line and everything, bro. I was like, Saints, we got this. Did not happen. It was close. That was a very hard-fought game, so I got to give it to the Saints. They tried their best, and they came to play.
Very limited. A bunch of like practice squad receivers too. So
we were one Mike Thomas away from winning.
That's true.
That's what I'm going to keep that in my head. Another game we got to talk about, getting away from Saturday, moving into Sunday now. Great witching hour today. Scott Hansen was looking, just better than ever. Just cheeks just rosy as they could be. Just an excited man. Very happy. A couple of these games, I think the one that I watched the most was Atlanta and Tampa Bay, which everybody pretty much knew that Atlanta was going to blow the lead. I mean, it was just it's Tom Brady. We talked about this. He was one of our guys on the Rotoballer DFS preview show. He had a really good day as well. I think he scored around 27. Antonio Brown got his first touchdown. And then just, the Falcons kind of started falconing a little bit. Ridley, though, have a day. Tannehill had a decent day. Not Tannehill. I always get Tannehill and Matt Ryan confused. Matt Ryan.
I can see that. They kind of, in certain throws, they look the same.
Yeah, it's a weird comparison. I think it's just the Ryan. The Ryan is what it is. Matt Ryan, Ryan Tannehill. I think it's just that.
Russell Gage scored early, too, in the game. I think he's one of your favorite players.
Yeah, 17 points on my bench because I started Robbie Anderson like an idiot.
That's okay. You can't help that.
That was I feel like that was the play out of everyone I have. Nobody saw Logan Thomas getting 23 fantasy points today.
He's in my tight end position, so that's nice.
Yeah, he was on my bench for Mark Andrews, so I can't complain too much.
Andrews. If you have like Kittle, Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, you can't really hate yourself for benching. You can't be mad at yourself.
I am a wild boy. I will say that. I am the guy that would probably sit one of those guys for one of those people.
You're one of those guys that would keep Andrews where he is, but play him in the flex.
Yeah. I should have played Logan. I did that with Jonnu and Andrews for the beginning of the season, like every game. Yeah. I just had to have Jonnu in there, and it paid off in the beginning.
And it was nice until he got. I mean, they started using all these tight ends after he got hurt. I kind of wish he never would have got hurt.
Yeah, it sucks, but hopefully going into next season, Fursker will get the Furk out, and then that was corny.
And then who's this like Gabe Pruitt guy or something? I can't remember his name. They use another guy like Pruitt.
Probably Jeremy Pruitt's son. He sucks. So get him out.
For sure.
Well, ask Clay about him. Ask Clay Keaton, Section 65. Ask him about him. One of these games I did want to talk about, definitely got a couple to talk about from this game before we go over kind of, the divisions and where everything's at in the playoffs right now. Cowboys 49ers game. I took a lot away from this. Tony Pollard scoring 31 fantasy points on DK. It made me ask the question, is Zeke going to stay there now? Like having Tony Pollard, I just don't see this being a split back type of offense with Dallas.
Yeah, it's funny you said this, and I'm glad you brought it up because I actually I turned to somebody I was with today when the Ezekiel Elliott news broke about 11 a.m. That he was not playing, and I said Tony Pollard's going to have a day. And I don't know if you can get off Zeke's contract. That's the problem because you're paying him so much money that I don't know who's going to want him. And that sounds crazy because he's an all-star running back, but I think you have to try to move him if you're Dallas. You have to try to get off that contract and hope that somebody thinks they're one player away and they go for Ezekiel Elliott. But who do you think he's going to be on? I have a couple ideas. I'll let you go first.
Man, there's so many different areas that this could really hit, man. I mean, the Todd Gurley experiments failed. If they end up getting another quarterback, I could maybe see him going somewhere like Atlanta. That would be huge because, I mean, obviously now with Tom Brady, Leonard Fournette, Rojo, Carolina's got Christian McCaffrey, and we have Alvin Kamara. Atlanta wants that power runner because that's just kind of how our system is in the NFC South. I think that would be a good move. I mean, if for some ungodly reason they moved him to the Jets and you got Trevor Lawrence there for some reason, like, I mean, that could – it would be unreal. Just to see something like that happen. And I don't really know what the Jets would be able to offer the Cowboys except for picks or something like that. But I do know, this is what's weird. I do know that the Cowboys, Jerry Jones has talked about Trevor Lawrence and getting somebody like Trevor Lawrence there. It's like you have Dak, you have a good quarterback, but you still you want something new. I could maybe see something working out with that, but I don't know. I mean, like if Sam Darnold had a good game today, if he stayed.
The thing is that no one would trade, no one would want Ezekiel Elliott for the first round draft pick.
Yeah, there's too
Not
much
the first
talent
round,
out there.
the first overall draft pick.
It's hard, man. I mean, I know there's other teams, but I think that
I think
Atlanta makes
Atlanta's a good
sense.
call. Atlanta,
Yeah.
and I have kind of a random one that I want to get your thoughts on. And before this season, I would never say this, but he's a guy that seems like he can't stay healthy. He keeps getting injured. Raheem Mostert always is getting injured for the 49ers, and I can see Ezekiel Elliott being incredible in Shanahan's system. Like
That
I
would
can
be
see that just
interesting.
working. Yeah, I don't know
Instant
why. I think
click.
Atlanta. Yeah, I think he would just like fit in and have a Pro Bowl season and be a top 5 back there.
Yeah, that and I mean, dude, you got an old running back room in Houston too.
Yeah,
Hey,
I can see that too. But then you have to dump David Johnson because that's the problem. You're trying
yeah,
to bring in a guy that financially you already have somebody committed in David Johnson. That trade was the all time worst for DeAndre Hopkins for David
yeah,
Johnson.
it really was, man. They're going to need a lot to figure that out. But I just thought it was an interesting thing to talk about, like just because of how good Pollard is, and like we've seen like Tony be able to do things like this. I mean, the kid's
It's
just
relevant.
unreal.
It's relevant, Chase, because if they want to pay Dak Prescott, it would make sense that they have to get off of somebody's contract because you have Pollard still in his rookie deal, and financially it doesn't make sense that you can pay Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott. So you gotta find a way to get rid of that contract if you can.
Unfortunately, though, I would see them getting rid of Dak before they got rid of Zeke for just in a weird
We'll
reason. But
see.
it depends on who's coaching. I mean, obviously, we got what I don't know how many more years of Fatso in the booth. So it's just Mike McCarthy's
Dude,
dude.
I can't
Wild
believe they
man.
fired. I can't believe they fired. What's his name? Our guy that we talked about almost every episode, redhead dude.
Jason Garrett.
How the hell do you fire Jason Garrett and then hire Mike McCarthy? It's like the same type of coach,
You
literally.
fired Jason Garrett for like what Adam Gase is now. So
Yeah,
yeah. High
it's unreal,
five.
but enough time for the Cowboys for me. Like I'm so
Yeah.
over them.
Yeah,
They're
getting
but
getting away from
straight
it.
strangely enough, they're only a game back now. They're only a game back of the Washington football team.
Yeah, dude, the NFC East has become like my like hot area of interest now. Out of like everything, it's just the most entertaining thing to watch. With the Cowboys are 5-9, Washington's right there at 6-8 after their loss today to the Seahawks. They played a damn good game. It's just that Haskins can't not throw to the defense. So that's like it's a problem he has. I've already made my call that I think Sam Darnold would be great on that team. I would love to
Incredible.
see that happen. Because it seems like they got a lot of other pieces there. Like I love Logan Thomas, man. Like Logan Thomas, and he had a day today with a
Dude,
incredible.
you're exactly right. They have Logan Thomas, who seems like he's going to be a top tight end. You have a 1-2 punch of Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick, which seems like as good of a 1-2 punch as really that's out there right now. I know that's crazy to say, but and
And
then
that
Terry
defense
McLaurin, yeah,
after
Terry
Terry,
McLaurin, and then defense. So it
they're a
seems like
quarterback away.
they're a quarterback away. Exactly. Yeah.
And that's Ron Rivera and Blackjack Del Rio. That's casino. That's what happens.
Mixing it up, baby.
That's it all day. We talked about the Pats already a little bit. Hate to see them miss, but I mean, there's really not a whole lot to talk about there. It's just it's been a very low morale type of situation this year. It's just we didn't think that it was going to be anything that it was. There's not a lot of excitement there. All the excitement is now shifted to these other AFC East teams.
Mm-hmm.
But Miami, man, like I got to ask the question. I mean, we're going to definitely talk about this guy again, I'm not going to go into detail about it. Let's just talk about him now. Who the fuck is Salvin Ahmed? Who is he?
Dude, I
Where
love
did he
this
come
guy.
from?
So he's a running back out of Washington. I know we've looked that up, but I can't remember his first start was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Chase, and then he started one game and then he got injured, and he went not like a major injury, but he went away for 2 weeks and now he's back. And I was texting somebody about this. Shout out to Austin. He's one of my friends and a loyal listener. But like when I watch him play, he reminds me of Le'Veon Bell. Like early Le'Veon Bell, he just when you watch a running back and you're like, I don't know if this guy's amazingly fast or I don't know if he's amazingly like strong, but people just fall off of him. Like he was just breaking tackles left and right against the Patriots. You're still a respectable defense.
Yeah, he's a slip and slide, but with legs. Like
Yeah, for
literally.
sure.
Dude, all right, born December 30th, 1998. So he's got a birthday coming up. He's from Kirkland, Washington. So he's a Washington guy. So not a lot of sunshine in his life. So he never got to
Until
like
now.
he was never exposed to like those gamma rays. So like now, maybe that's the secret. It's like he's been used to is cloudy, rainy weather his entire life. You move Salvin, or if I'm even saying that right, Savan. I'm just gonna say Savan. It sounds like that would be right.
They kept calling him Ahmed. Ahmed.
Ahmed. I like Ahmed.
I do
Ahmed.
too.
Whatever. It looks like Ahmed. So we'll have to ask
Yeah.
him. We'll ask him what it is, and then we'll go from there. But for now, it's Savan Ahmed. So
Safe to say we're big fans, right?
yeah, we're definitely fans at this point. He's 5'11", weighs 197 pounds, from Washington, now into the Sunshine State. He went to a high school called Juanita. That's a cool stat right
That's strong.
there.
That's
Yeah.
strong.
And what's even crazier is this. He came, and this is how you know. He looks like he was drafted, or he was picked up by he wasn't drafted, picked up by the San Francisco 49ers this year. So
Wow.
he's coming from Shanahan's offense. So you already know that he's picking out. You know how he is with running backs.
Yeah.
So he went from there to here. He's had 40 rushing attempts, 166 yards, and a touchdown. And that was as of week 11. So that's all changed now. So this is the guy. He just came out of nowhere.
But see, like, so Gaskins, I don't think Gaskins had a season-ending injury. I'm not positive about that. I don't know if he's on IR or not. I need to check. But when I was texting someone today, I was saying, I don't think Gaskins should come back and take his job.
No, this dude is incredible, man. Like, for what we saw today, that what he can do against I know it's not a full Patriots defense by any means. It's still a Patriots defense. It's still Bill Belichick's
They've been
game
good this
plan.
year.
Yeah,
their defense has been good. Their offense has been awful.
Yeah. So and he did say this. He came out, I believe this was today, December the 20th. Today's game was for his grandmother. Shout out to Savan's grandmother. He said she's just dealing with some things. She's in the hospital. She's doing really good now. Just happy to go out there and get a win for her. So loves his grandma, drafted by Shanahan, possibly the second coming of Barry Sanders. We don't know.
Don't go that far. Go with Le'Veon. Stick with my player comparison.
Second coming of Le'Veon Bell, possibly.
That's what when I watched him, that's what I thought. I couldn't help it.
Okay, that's the guy. I'm a huge fan now. And plus, anytime the Dolphins wear the throwbacks, my heart just explodes. Like, I'm a big
Me too.
Miami vibe. Like, I'm all for that. Love it. Jets won a game. They fucked up one. We got to break this down because even Sean McVay came out and said that, like, he understands the embarrassment is going to be rough. Like, that's an understatement. You got beat by a winless team, and that they weren't even – I don't even know if they were trying to win at this point. Like, that's the question. Were they trying to win, or were they not trying to win? And
I don't know. Sometimes the NFL does not make sense. Like, number one defense overall with the Rams and the Jets somehow, like, their offense was clicking in the first half. The Rams defense did finally, like, kick into gear, but my God, I couldn't believe it. No,
and what makes me even more upset is the fact that, like, I'm already having running back trouble as it is in my season-long league. So for the pro league. And so I picked up Ty Johnson, started him last week, trash, 2 points, but somehow I still advanced to the semifinals. So I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm playing Ty Johnson against the Rams. Like, I can't do it. So I had to go, like, I'm a Joe Mixon guy, and he's on IR. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get this back up to Giovanni because he's supposed to get play time. Travion Williams. So keeping my fingers crossed for Travion. Big Travion fan for Monday night. For tonight, Travion, all of you need to be loving some Travion. So big love for Travion. But
you don't need a massive performance. You just need a solid performance.
Yeah. But then when I saw Ty Johnson get 17 points, got like a touchdown in the first quarter, I'm like, I literally was so sick. I got sick to my stomach.
Nobody plays that guy against the Rams. You can't even.
I
wouldn't even sweat it.
I know, but it doesn't help because it's just like it's already going to be a close enough game as it is. So it's like when I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Like, because like every other call, like, you know, starting Robbie Anderson and not starting Logan Thomas, I can live with that. I'm like, okay, at least this made sense.
See, I
But
think it's the opposite. Like I wouldn't even sweat that one you're talking about. Who is going to start the Jets' second running back against the best defense in the league?
I know it just makes you want to throw up. I just want to win. It needs to be
Well,
me and you in this play.
you're in a good position to win. You're in a good position to win. So we'll see.
I need everybody that has Chase Claypool
To
to
lose.
just hate him. And if you have Chase Claypool, I hope he does horrible. I don't care.
Guess I took out the king, huh?
You did. You took out Scott. The up and comer meets the old vet, the crafty vet. Is that how you put it
I don't
last
even
year?
know what I said. I don't even
Last
know.
year, last episode. Feels like a year.
That's like a year.
But yeah, there's nothing more to that. I'm sure that Adam Gase is celebrating with some smelling salts in his home right now, just staying awake, just soaking it all in that he's not going to go into the Hall of Fame for winless teams. So good job
Did
for
you
you
see
guys.
the comparison to the Jags now? So the situation is since they both tied and the Jags have a easier strength of schedule, I think. Yes, they now have the priority for Trevor Lawrence and the number one pick. But um, if either one wins another game, the other team would get the number one pick. So pretty interesting because I can see Minshew squeaking out a win, man.
They need to. And I think
That
that
would
would be
be
a statement. That would be a statement by Gardner. Shout out to Gardner, by the way. He did some things. He did some
I thought he looked
things.
bad today. See, I didn't like the way he played today.
He didn't play great, but he's still our guy. Okay.
He is. He's
You know,
still our
he
guy,
didn't
but
throw it to James O'Shaughnessy much. He threw it to Tyler Eifert. And I'm not a big fan of that. But
he did have a dump down to O'Shaughnessy. I don't know if you saw that play. A little dump
there
down.
was one. There was one. Okay. I just
We
saw
care
the
about
Eifert.
O'Shaughnessy, and
Yeah.
then we care about Minshew second.
O'Shaughnessy first, Minshew second. That's how everybody that listens to this podcast and watches us on YouTube should be. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and hit the like button right now and do it for James O'Shaughnessy right now
Do it now.
on YouTube. Do it.
Do
All
it.
right. You did it. Great. Good job. But yeah, no, I think that if anything, knowing all this now, this is going to fuel Gardner even more. And I can definitely see him leading that team to a win just to be like, there ain't no Trevor Lawrence here. I'm the golden god here.
I'm looking at their schedule because earlier I looked at it and I was like, that seems like a game the Jags could win. So I'm going to look at it. But I think they can possibly win another game. Whereas with the Jets, I feel like they're done. I feel like that was their one win.
Yeah, it's like you did it, and you did it against like a really good. So I put a poll out on Twitter. Lucky Jets, fraud Rams. What's your take?
Both.
Both.
Yes.
Okay.
Both. Jags have a home game against the Bears. That seems like a game they could win.
Yeah, that has like a battle royale written all over it. Just a jungle cat, forest animal. Together
like
is one.
And after like Trubisky's looked better than he used to, wouldn't it be so fitting if he just struggled against the Jags? Like that seems like something that would happen.
Easy money, dude. Like the only thing they have to be worried about now is David Montgomery, which finally he is showing up and showing out, dude. Had himself a day today, had been having multiple days. You have him in the flex. He was the top scoring running back in the league today on DraftKings with 32.20 fantasy points. That's heavy. And that's saying a lot right there because he's finally – this is a guy that people took. I personally took him last year, 4th round, season long. Finally.
He's like a guy that I feel like has really a perfect example of someone's confidence that has grown with the easy portion of the schedule, and now he's playing well just in general. Like I think he just started seeing the field better, which is crazy to say. Like usually you watch running backs and they either have it or they don't. But with him, he really looks like a different guy right now.
Maybe he secretly had the Jameis Winston surgery. Maybe he had the same problem. He just needed to get his vision corrected.
Now he's got 20/20 vision.
Yeah. So 20, like, yeah, no pun intended. It's 20, he's got it, So who knows? I would love to see.
Where will you take him next year?
Next year?
Like, are you willing to commit to him now saying, like, I'll take him in the second round?
There's a lot of factors that go into play for that, man. There's a lot of factors.
That's going to be a debate, though.
I don't know yet.
That's going to be one because, like, we're about to start week 16. So what you've seen now is pretty much your sample size of what you have. Like, I think people are going to be hyping him up to be, and rightfully so. It's just going to be hard to pull the trigger because I like the guy a lot.
Second rounder.
Yeah, he'll be where Joe Mixon's been going.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. He definitely takes Mixon's spot. Like I'm done with Mixon. I will never how Joe Mixon has been drafted at the ass end of the first round for like 2 to 3 years now blows my mind because I fell for it every time, just waiting for that come up of Joe, and it's done. Like, and watch next year he'll be going the fuck off. Like that's how it always plays out.
People just fall in love with the starting running backs. There's just very few of them that get the workload, right? So anytime you can get a guy that you think's going to get 20 touches, you hype him up. So I think he'll be hyped up next year again, which is crazy to say, but I'll rather look another direction personally.
Wild horses, man. Shout out to Rolling Stones. Looking into a couple of these other games that we had, Arizona, Philadelphia, definitely can't go without talking about Jalen Hurts. Hurts so good, Jalen Hurts. The top scorer on DraftKings today. I think you played some Jalen. $5,900 was the salary for one against this Arizona Cardinals defense. I feel like I made the right call not playing Arizona. I played the Colts defense and some season long and some DFS. Dude, Jalen, when they get some healthy wide receivers, dude, he's going to be a force, man. Carson Wentz has got to go. Like, this is it. This is what you've been waiting for.
Yeah, I think he's looked amazing. But also, this is what we see with these rookie quarterbacks or new quarterbacks that come in because everyone looks good at the beginning. It's can he sustain it? And I don't know the answer to that, but he's looked amazing so far.
I mean, dude, just the fact that he went from not having a starting role and now right here at the ass end of the regular season, he's scoring 40 fantasy points against a defense that's been pretty heavily ranked. Is incredible. So I've been taking part of the whole Twitter thing where anytime I say this hurts me, like I'm Jalen right now. Like I've been Jalen, man. Like I'm Jalen inside. Like
he's like the perfect fantasy QB too. You know what I mean? Like with the rushing yards upside.
Him and Kyler matched up today where it was just fun to watch, dude, because you got two guys kind of doing the same thing. Like I'm in love with this. I love these running quarterbacks. Anything that like slightly resembles Michael Vick, I'm in on it. Like I'm here for it.
Well, you definitely got your fair share of that today. Both of those guys were doing it.
Yeah.
But Carson Wentz is going to be the next Colts QB.
Yeah. See, I've been hearing rumors that Sean Payton really likes him as well. And so I was talking to a family member of mine today. We're all big Saints fans, obviously, and we were discussing who should be taking that over if it's not Taysom or Jameis. And I'm still kind of on my kick of like I think that Jameis should go to Atlanta to take Matt Ryan's place if Matt Ryan is going downhill. I still think that would be a good area for him. I don't know if Taysom is the answer, but I'm starting to really feel the Matt Stafford thing. I'm starting to really like that.
Was that my take on here?
It's you've said it, but there are multiple people that I've talked to about it now. Like I've kind of thrown it out there, like because after me and you had a long discussion about it, I'm like, what about Stafford? Like, dude, yeah, Stafford. I don't even think about Stafford. Like he would be amazing. That he needs that chance, that opportunity. You know,
dude, I think he would just be amazing. I think he'd be amazing in that offense with Sean Payton. I really do. So I don't know that's the thing. We never know about. I don't know his contract situation, but I think he's due as a free agent either in a year or this offseason. So it's time. Like the ship is sailing Detroit. Just it's over.
Let it go. Start from scratch. Get something new. You got a good little, DeAndre Swift's nice. He's got some legs. They just got to get a foundation there. Once that foundation's there, then they can work on how they're going to grow it and how they're going to, because these guys are getting older. Marvin Jones is getting older. Kenny Galladay is their young guy. He'll be there. He'll be around. But he's got to stay healthy. There's so many factors.
It's never been the receivers in QB. It's never been the skill position guy. It's always been like you just don't have a good defense. You don't have a good line. You can't build a football team on like on Megatron. Calvin Johnson was amazing.
Is this Martha Ford's fault?
Yes, Martha Ford needs to chill. She needs to sit back and she needs to hire an Adam Gase to fix this thing.
Don't make us put you in a home, Martha. Okay. I love
Dude, Martha hires Butt Chin to come fix this thing.
Guaranteed, bro. Like, and it's also because, dude, we're gonna have people from Ford come assassinate us, bro. We gotta stop. We already got Vegas on your ass right now. Vegas is already on your ass. Now we're gonna have Ford Motor Company coming after us.
Yeah, we better calm down.
Yeah, would love to see something cool, especially for Eminem, because Eminem would play that halftime show if they were in the Super Bowl. The Titans tightened up, dude. I mean, talking about Detroit, I mean, dude, just Tannehill and Derrick Henry, we expected it. There's no surprise there whatsoever. And then other than that, I mean, we didn't really talk much about the Thursday night game, but boy, Keenan Allen let some people down. Marcus Mariota scored 26 fantasy points on DK after Derek Carr. And how the hell did you do what you did in your season-long league having Derek Carr? That's the real story of the week.
Well, I had David Montgomery, so he kind of carried me. And then I had my team's been crushing it across the board season long. I'm in the championship against AP in 2 leagues, my buddy AP. And then I think it's a done deal. I'm not sure about the GG. I think Scott Ingles done playing people. He might have one guy left.
Yeah, you've got it. You're done. Yeah. Ingles done.
I think he has one player left, but I think he needs like 35 points, maybe. I don't know.
You see, I don't think so. I'm gonna go double check this right now while we're on the pod for everybody to listen to. 142 to 101, and yeah, it is a done deal. You have advanced to the GGFS Pro League Championship.
So I'm in the championship in all my leagues, which is incredible.
Congratulations. Now I'm up by 13 points, 153 to 140. And I need Travion Williams somehow, some way to just –
It's so funny that you are like in the
semifinals
starting Travion Williams. I just think that's great. Like, that's hilarious.
That's the best. That's literally the troll of the century that I got here.
You got there probably because of injuries and you just got some bad luck with some running backs, right?
Yeah, and I have Ryan Tannehill on the bench starting Josh Allen.
I mean,
incredible.
Yeah,
my bench looks just as good as my starters.
Can you throw me Ryan Tannehill, because I think I have Teddy Bridgewater and
We'll talk about it. Because we might be playing each other. I don't know. It all depends. We'll see how it shakes out. Either way, it's going to be very fun, awesome championship for the GGFS Pro League. The way we do this is whoever wins, obviously, is going to get some drip drop and the GGFS Pro League jersey trophy. So you get to choose a jersey of your choice from any player on your team. You get the patch, the GGFS Pro League 2020 champion goes on the jersey forever and ever. Jake Seeley won the first year. Mike Dempsey won last year. I think that the jerseys that have been out so far, Deshaun Hamilton was the first jersey that ever went out because he was a championship winner for Jake. And then Lamar Jackson went out last year for Mike. So, yeah, I hope it's us. This will be third time's a charm. We like the number 3. Do it for Dale.
I think the odds are safe to say that. I mean, one of the two, I'm definitely in, and I think you're going to get in. So it's 90% chance one of us is taking this thing home. So
I'm gonna pray about it. I want it because I already know what jersey I'm getting. If I somehow win this week and we go to the championship, and then I keep Travion Williams and I beat you, I'm getting a Travion Williams jersey.
You got to do it. Or Ty Johnson if you start him. Actually, I don't know who they're playing, but
or Ty, yeah, gotta get that Jets jersey fired because I want the Josh Allen. Like my heart tells me I want the Josh Allen because he's been with me all season. I drafted him; he's been there, so I may have to get to Josh Allen. I don't know
something about that random player though. I know how you feel.
Yeah. You got to respect that. One random player that I won't be getting kind of let me down tonight. I'm a little upset about it. Kareem Hunt, but shout out to the Browns for having 10 wins. What world are we in? The Patriots didn't make the playoffs.
Down there. Yeah, I can't believe the Browns have 10 wins, but hats off to them. Without Odell too.
Wall Street Stefanski. It started out as a joke and now it is real. Money never sleeps. Wall Street Stefanski. Did you see I made pictures. Like I'm gonna put that on a shirt. It's just Kevin Stefanski on the sideline, and I've got like a graph chart of like a stock moving. Like,
makes sense for him. He's got the look.
Is Wall Street.
That needs to go in our store. We need to get that out on our store with the casino shirt too. We got to do that, and the Fembot shirt and the Andrew Luck shirt.
So many shirt ideas, and the beauty of it is that January is right around the corner. I've been doing some work. on the website, so should be rolling out that brand new website. Have a couple of new things up on there. If you haven't checked it out yet, just go to GarageGuysFantasySports.com. It's got a lot of posts of our videos from YouTube. Gonna get like a little chat room session thing set up there. We gotta get something for the Garage fam on the website, but there is a store. You can go rep our products. I'm sure people in Def Leppard, they probably would wear Garage Guys stuff if if they were competent enough to know what sports are. They're probably just doing a lot of drugs, so it's all good. But it's been a crazy week. We're gonna go ahead and end this show for you guys with this new segment. And we need to start doing this like during football season. We should have been doing it all season. Cool name guys you should know about. Okay, so here's some guys that had over 10 fantasy points today that I feel like everyone should know about and talk about. We're going to start off with Quez Watkins, the Philadelphia Eagles, 13 fantasy points today.
Let's go.
What was interesting about Quez?
Quez Watkins is a Southern Miss graduate or Southern Miss football player. So I'm pretty sure he's a rookie this year, 2026 round pick. So out of my alma mater.
Okay. Interesting enough. Yeah, interesting enough. There is a T in Watkins, SMTTT. How many T's?
Southern Miss to the top.
To the top. To the tippy. Yeah. Okay. Next guy, obviously, Savon Ahmed. Very cool name. Cool points. 24.70 fantasy points for the Miami Dolphins. Did it for his grandma. Shout out to Savon. Salvin.
I love both of these guys that you just named, by the way. So this is an incredible segment so far.
This is my favorite one, okay? Because for one, he's a New Orleans Saint. He got called up. What's even more interesting is I thought that this guy was dropped. Had no idea.
He's got a shout out before on one episode. I can't remember which one it was. A long time ago.
It's Lil Jordan Humphreys. Lil Jordan, okay? It's 10.90 fantasy points on DraftKings. Dude's name is Lil Jordan, like Lil apostrophe Jordan. That's his first name. You cannot tell me mom did not listen to a shit ton of Lil Wayne. She's like,
he definitely – didn't he score the last touchdown?
He did, yes. I heard him, like I was listening to the game because I was taking a shower and I had it on, had a red zone, and I was listening. And I'm just like, please God, score. And I just hear Humphrey in for the touchdown. I'm like, Humphrey? Lil Jordan Humphrey? And then I hear him, Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah,
scores a touchdown.
Like old 6-year-old white guy.
Yeah. No, it's Lil Jordan. Lil Jordan. I love it. Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Is it on the birth certificate, you think?
It has to be. I mean, if it's on DraftKings, it's definitely on the birth certificate.
Okay. All right. That's facts.
Yeah, big facts. I mean, did they put Ocho Cinco on Chad Johnson on DraftKings? Was Ocho Cinco around during DraftKings?
There are no rules with Ocho Cinco. He does what he wants.
That's right. Same goes for Lil Jordan Humphreys. Lil Jordan.
Hey, we might be seeing more Lil Jordan if people keep getting injured. I mean, seriously, they like losing receivers left and right. So
yeah. I think that Lil Jordan, Humphrey should not be on his jersey. It should just say Lil Jordan.
I agree. Like if you're gonna rock that first name, you might as well just rock that name like it's a Kobe. Kobe or LeBron. Just Lil Jordan.
It's a one-off. And according to I think it was Tony Romo, Big Jordan, his dad, was a national championship winner. So I know that much.
There's some that's an athletic gene coming from that family.
I wonder if his name really is Big Jordan. I need to look that up. What if his dad's name is Big Jordan and he's Lil Jordan?
What if his
instead
name
of Junior?
Big Boy Jordan? Big Boy.
Big Boy? What if his dad is Big Boy from Outkast?
I think we just figured it out.
We figured out Blue's Clues, bro. It was incredible. This has been a good episode. It's been a good Sunday.
Have you been able to tell that my eyes are shut like the whole time, or no?
It's the dogs. Okay? The Garage fan knows you're allergic to dogs.
But I think I've done a good job of holding them open, so hopefully I have.
You have. It's been good. It's been real. Shout out to Super 8, Star Wars, and Interstellar. Great movie. Always love that poster there that's in that room. Shout out to Matthew McConaughey. He's the man.
And
It's
I
been
got
a
this
good
phone
show.
propped up against I could have done the Adam Gase right here. You know, I'm talking about like the.
Oh, dude, why didn't you? That would have been a hell of a way to start it off. Just get Jets
I
won.
could have done it.
Jets win. We won a game. Didn't really see it coming. Sorry, smelling salts got me.
This is the I'll come in with this is the co-host of the Garage Guys Fantasy Sports Podcast, Chef Boyardee, like real serious.
Right? Yeah, it's funny.
Like,
it's funny because in Miami, that's where he was. I mean, the one guy had a coke problem and he got booted. Then he goes to the Jets, so now the Jets have coke problems with Adam Gase.
Yeah, I think Adam Gase is the common denominator. They're going to get rid of him.
He is big cokehead. Adam Gase. He won a game in Los Angeles where they do a lot of coke. Surprise, surprise. Just got to get him in places with a bunch of cocaine. That's all we got to do.
He probably got the whole team to do coke before the game started.
Dude, exactly, bro. That's why Ty Johnson scored. Ty Johnson can't score without coke.
That's why Frank Gore looked like he was 30 again.
That's right. And I mean, how else does he father time? Cocaine. Duh. All right, that's enough. That's enough fucking around. We're out. Thanks so much. Remember, rate, review, subscribe. Be sure to like us here on YouTube. Follow our TikTok everywhere at Garage Guys FS, like all social media at Garage Guys FS. Of course, Garage Guy Chase, Chef Boyardeen with an I, Boiardeen.
Right.
Chef Boy.
Chef Boy.
Chef Boy and Pet Boy. Everything for less. We're out. Sports Profit Repeat. See you.
Yeet.
It's the Garage Guys. 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 It's the Garage Guys.